Ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in London. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, little 360. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky 56. Check. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. Well, you want to talk about catching the defense off guard. Opening drive, fake punt. They got it.
That had the total feel of something that was scripted during the entire week leading up to the game. They made that decision probably on Tuesday. First drive of the game, if we don't get it, we're going to fake it, and it pays off in a big way.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back, Perine. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Geis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line, and that play got bottled up.
Grayson now dumps it off for Geis. They're now running right through it. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now Grayson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Breida. And some room to run now. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Clock rolling as...
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
Here's Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitch, complete. It's Morris. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. They run with Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
They'll set up the throw. Floating one, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll set up to throw. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now McKinnon, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10. to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, and when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Anderson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now Pirine. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Grayson nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Gone, 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 gone.
Now Grayson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things off things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Not taking your advice, they'll throw first play. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. This is Breida. And he's got room. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. 56, right there, 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Reuben Foster in there to record another sack. Their sixth of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll set up a throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! 56. Mike, 56 right there.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Set! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Morris. He's at the 30. 10, 5. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. This drive, here they go again on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a handoff working right. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right.